Hi everyone. Let's go to one more video in our Diecast channel. In this video I'm going to show you this 1959 Pontiac Bonneville that's made in a 1/2/18 scale by Sunstar Platinum collection. Outstanding trims and fins and all those details that made those cars unique. So before we start and taking a better look at this car, please don't forget to like this video, to subscribe my channel, to share it, and to click the bell for news. So let's go on and take a better look at it. Just before we unbox it, let's take a peek. And what we see, it's a very nice looking gray Pontiac. Let's go on. So once we've unboxed this car, we can take a better look at it. I really like those 1950s cars, those very nice American classics, and this Pontiac is no exception. It's really a nice car. It's got all trims and fins that were typical from 1950s, especially 1958 and 59. And 59 especially was a year in which cars were sort of exaggerated. We can see those lines in Cadillacs, Buicks, Oldsmobiles, and even in Chevrolet Impalas, which were the cheaper option at the time. This car looks really gorgeous. Not just the car, but all the things that come together with it, along with in the box. Just like this Platinum Collection plate. It looks like a silver plate. It's actually a chrome plate. And this Pontiac leaflet right here that looks like an instruction manual with a time commercials. And it's about a Pontiac 59, which is could be a Catalina Star Chief or Bonneville. This car is a Bonneville. And in the back we can see some technical information and some advertising pieces at a time, so that would promote the car itself. These are very nice items you like to see in a collection car just like this one. First thing we're going to take a look at is this front here. It really looks nice. The quality of this car is outstanding. As we can see, this front grille, which is actually a grille with a Bonneville logo right here in the left grille divided in two. That was typical of Pontiacs. As we pop the hood open, we can take a look at the engine, which is fantastic. As we can see, we see all components that are supposed to be in an engine, just like the cables and wires, the radiator cap, and the other components right here, the battery and all cables and wires and all that stuff. The hood itself is very well made. The hinges are very realistic, just like the ones you find in a real car. And this grille, as we can see, it's a grille because if I take this hobby knife, for instance, and I stick the blade here, I can see it through. So you can see it's a grill that's made in metal and with a very high quality material. The headlights are very realistic, just like the blinkers and the bumper itself. Since we see no cast markings, no defects, no imperfections, nothing really. And those air intakes here are very realistic, just like those windshield wipers in the windshield, which is very typical from 1959. And the vent windows right here are very nice and realistic, just like this, and this handle, this trim right here, and the door trim itself. You see no misalignment, nothing really. The mirror is perfect. It's sitting on the fender instead of being on the door, just like in the other cars. And the interior, we can see the carpet, the cushions, the headliner, the courtesy lights, the sun visors, the mirror, the dashboard, which is excellent, the steering wheel, which is functional just like any other 1/18 models, and the gauges, which are perfect, the door panels and all controls, all electric controls we find here. It's really a perfect car. The trim around the windows, the back window, and the trims in the quarter panel, the fins that were typical of 1958, reverse lights and the tail lights, the Pontiac logo right here, and a gas cap that's supposed to be here behind this little trapdoor, and the Bonneville badge here in the trunk lid, which is made in a photo etched, as well as this very nice antenna, which is made in metal. This is a very nice car. I really like it. As we open the trunk, we can see that the trunk lid itself is very well made, just like the hinges and all the mechanism we can see in here. It's all coated in fabric inside, and there's a fabric cap on the spare tire. The trunk lid lock right here is very well made and cast in metal. You can see the trim on the other side. The speaker here in the back seat, the front and the back seats, which are very nice. Passenger door, as we open it, we can see the door panels, and then another look at the panel on the dashboard, and the gear lever right there, and a 3 automatic transmission. Wheels and tires also look very nice, and the Bonneville logo. As we turn the car over, we can see that the bottom is very well made as well. We have a suspension here with coil springs that actually work, both at the front and in the rear. They're kind of hard, but they are actually functional. And steering system, which is functional as well. The mufflers in the right color, very nice made pipes. The pipe hands here are made with perfection, just like the bumpers here, in which we can see no cast markings. This car is not a unibody, it's a chassis and body, so it's very solid. It looks very solid. It's made it all in flat black with this axe-shaped structure, this frame here, in which you can see it's cast in plastic, just like the rest of the chassis, but the colors are still very realistic. It really doesn't look like plastic, just like any other models. So this is a very nice model car. I would really recommend for those who wish to collect those American cars, those 50s, 60s, and 70s American cars. So Sunstar Platinum is a very advisable brand for this sort of collection of 1 to 18th cars. This car is about a foot long. It's a little bit longer than a foot actually, since it's a big car. It's in a 1 to 18th scale. So I'd like to thank you for all views, for comments and likes. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, to like this video, to share it, and to click the bell for news. I thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.